In keeping with the ever-increasing quality of life that we enjoy today, we are more aware than ever of the need to suppress architectural barriers and to improve the accessibility and the mobility of the aged and less stabled. Codes and regulations are being reviewed the world over to allow for these necessary changes. The WITTUR Group, a world leader in the manufacturing and supply of elevator components and systems of elevation, is committed to contributing to this revolution in the world of vertical transport through the development of the new HHL W Line, designed specifically to satisfy all the requirements of residential, public and commercial buildings with minimal impact on existing and new buildings, and with minimal use of space. HHL is ideal for low-rise residential, public and commercial buildings with up to 8 stops, a maximum height of 25 meters and a maximum speed of 0.15 meters per second. Its economic impact is less than that of a conventional elevator. Machine roomless, HHL does not require a specific area for the lift machinery. Silent and easy to install, it requires minimal maintenance due to the high quality of its design and of the components used in the manufacturing process. These components are selected from the range of products used in our conventional elevators. HHL offers versatile decoration options and, perhaps most importantly, low energy consumption from 1,800 watts connected to domestic current. With regards to the safety of workers during maintenance and repair work, HHL incorporates modern technologies in electrical safety combined with mechanical elements in the pit and on the roof of the car. Thanks to its revolutionary design, all the components that must be reviewed during a maintenance checkup, ropes, safety gear, etc., are accessible from either inside of the car and from the car roof. As the technician does not actually have to go into the pit to carry out the necessary maintenance work, WITTUR is able to guarantee one of its most important objectives: the safety of passengers and maintenance personnel. Freedom, mobility, and a new world free of stairs. HHL has been designed to be installed in any type of enclosure, maximizing the available space. HHL is structured on 3 typology principles, split according to load and capacity to transport people with reduced mobility. The 3 principles indicated in the norm EN 8141 are: WITTUR has taken these typologies as a reference to the mandatory and minimum requirements for HHL, adapting them to the needs of each customer, thanks to a parametric design, which allows it to be dimensioned within its maximum and minimum range in 50 mm steps. Conscious also of the typical buildings where existing barriers have to be removed, WITTUR has given the HHL a reduced pit and headroom requirement. HHL can be installed in enclosures with a pit depth of just 125 mm and headroom of just 2,550 mm, which dramatically reduces the impact of its installation in any type of building. It is clear to see that not only quality and minimum requirements are the trademark of the HHL, but also the ease and efficiency with which it is assembled. The assembly of the HHL starts by checking that the conditions in the enclosure are correct and that all necessary material and auxiliary tools are available on site. WITTUR provides an installation assembly guide as a standard to assist the installation process. Once this has been done, the correct positioning of the guide rail closest to the main entrance must be checked, and the guide rail sole plate must be positioned ready for assembly. Once the supports have been fixed to the shaft wall, the guide rails can then be assembled, beginning at the guide rail starting edge. Once the guide rails have been securely fixed into place, the structural elements of the hydraulic equipment can be assembled. The installing of the HHL now continues outside enclosure with the assembly of the machine room-less cabinet, which will house both the pump unit as well as the controller. HHL pump unit is WITTUR's own Minilift, a high-quality and silent unit with low power consumption from 1500 watts, which is less than a Hoover consumes. Its compact dimensions make it possible to be housed on the MRL cabinet. Now comes the turn of the HHL sling car. The innovative concept of a light C-shaped sling car allows the HHL to be an elevator which makes the most of every last millimeter of the enclosure. The compact design, without doubt, simplifies and speeds up the assembly process. It is now time to fill the hydraulic circuit. The piston is first of all bled, and the fluid supplied by WITTUR is then poured into the pumped unit. It is now time to install the power unit of the electric control of the elevator. HHL controller with its plug-and-play concept is probably one of the market's most easy and intuitive controllers to install. It is delivered perfectly packed and identified in 3 packages: electrics for power and control, electrics and pre-assembly of the enclosure, and electrics of the car. In each of these packages there are various assembly kits, each one accompanied by a description and assembly manual, and with its own assembly sequence. The simplicity of the controller does not reflect its features. HHL controller can be supplied also according to other norms such as EN 8128 and EN 8170. The assembly of the electrics for power and control starts with the controller board and protection board. The next stage is the assembly of the remaining components of the car: sill, lintel, control panel, etc. The assembly of the landing doors now takes place through coordination of the platform's movement and the car operator. Thanks to its versatile design, WITTUR HHL is able to offer a wide range of doors with a great many adjacent opening options: 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, double at 90 degrees, double at 180 degrees, and double at 270 degrees. It is now time to complete the electric part of the assembly process. All electrical connections are easy to carry out thanks to the plug-and-play concept and the controller's assembly kit. The electrical installation ends with the positioning of the inspection box on the roof of the car and with the installation of the rest of the electronic components in the car. Last but not least, the landing and car operating panels are installed along with the additional decoration of the car, leaving the HHL looking impeccable. After cleaning the enclosure and the pit and oiling the guide rails, HHL must be submitted to a series of tests which check the functionality of the elevator and guarantee the safety of the assembly.